All right, Tim. So we're here. We're here on the first tee today, and I know we've talked in the past. You played a bunch of tournaments in the last month, and a lot of the stuff we've talked about in the past has been some mental management and some work on the range to help prepare us for those tournaments, particularly the opening tee shot of those tournaments. So we're here on the first hole. We did a little work on the driving range before, trying to visualize hitting 3 or 4 of these tee shots, visualizing the shape, trajectory, what the wind is going to be like on that opening tee shot. And we've talked about doing that in practice the week leading up to an event, not only for the first tee shot, but also other tee shots that might give you trouble or you're going to be slightly uncomfortable on. We've done some course research with tournaments you have coming up, and started to work on certain shot shapes for those troubling tee shots and some of the more difficult tee shots out there. So we're here on number 1. We've gone through it on the range. So talk to me about what kind of shape we're going to try to hit here.
I'm normally a fader, so I like to aim down the left side and hit a fade.
Yeah.
I'm more comfortable with that.
So okay, so so that's the shot you were envisioning on the range, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so the key thing here for on the course is first tee shot of the day, probably going to be one of our most nervous times, most anxious times of the day. So really important to visualize it. And the key thing is we need our routine to stay the same. So that same routine that we have on the practice tee and when we're playing a normal round of golf, just because it's the first tee shot, just because it's a tournament, we can't have that changing, right? So we want the same routine, the same cadence, and just visualize that cut, starting down, if there's a tree in the distance you're aiming at, or, if there's a certain mower patch or maybe a bunker in the distance that you're aiming at to hit that cut off of. That's the key thing. Keep it consistent, keep the routine the same. So go ahead, go through your